Guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be pouring a unicorn mold here. Um, so what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to pour probably about 3/4 of it. And then I have a little piece here cut out already to fit. It's kind of like a rainbow paper. Um, it is from this sheet here. Um, these are primarily for doing like the what are they called? The to-go cup things. I forget what they're called. Anyways, so this is the paper I'm using for this. So I got my little piece cut out here. I'm gonna fill it about 3/4 of the way, and then I'm gonna come in, place this in there, flatten it out, and then I'm going to put a backing on it because I don't want that showing through. So that is my plan. And then for my resin, I was thinking about putting a little bit of the diamond's white in there just to kind of hopefully give it just a small amount of shimmer. So I don't want to use a whole lot of this. I'm going to be using my pure glossy epoxy resin from T-Expert. Um, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get the resin mixed up, add my diamond's white, and then get it in the debubbler. I'm not sure how much I'm going to need for this mold. Just by looking at it, I'm going to say probably somewhere around 4 to 5 ounces. I'm probably going to mix up, I think I'm going to do 7 ounces just to, I think I'm going to do 7 ounces just to make sure I have enough. If I have some extra, I got plenty of smaller things that I can pour into. So yeah, I will get my resin mixed up and debubbled, and then I will be back when I'm ready to pour. See you then. Alright guys, so I'm going to be doing this in my carrying machine here, just because I have to do that second layer, so I want this to get done as quick as possible. So I got my resin mixed up. I split my 7 ounces up into 2 cups just so that it doesn't overflow in the debubbler. So we are ready to get pouring. So like I said, I'm only going to fill this up 3/4 of the way. I'm going to pause here because I want to make sure that I get down inside this little horn here without any bubbles. So make sure that there's none in the mane of the horse or unicorn. All that little squeeze, there's nose right here. Get bubbled up there. There. Figure out what keeps causing that clicking to start happening. And that is about how much I'm going to fill this up. So this mold is actually I have 4 ounces in this cup, which means I have pretty much 3 ounces in this. So this is actually only about 3.5 ounces for this mold. So good to know. And in that case, since I have so much extra of this resin, I don't know if I have enough to do this. Let's find out. We'll see if we have enough to do a little full mold. So we got bubbles that stuck here. So I think this is from inside the resin itself. These are the ones that kind of get stuck in the bottom corners of the mold itself. Try to get these up to the surface. spray. Diabetes. Alright, so I'm going to get this transferred over to where my curing machine is. I have this completely full, so I'll just carry that over separate. And then we'll get this going. Hopefully in a few hours here, we can be back and be ready to demold these and then get my next layer into the unicorn. For that, like I said, I'm going to be using this to stick in there, and then I'm just going to put backing on that as well. So I will see you guys then. Okay, everybody. I am back. My unicorn is cured, so I'm ready to get my next layer into that. I also had poured the foam mold, so while I was waiting for my resin to debubble from the unicorn here, I decided to play with some stickers, and this is what I did for the foam holder. So I just wanted to share that real quick. I think that turned out pretty nice. So for the unicorn here, I am going to start by just putting a little bit of resin in here, just for a layer. And then I'm going to put my little sticker thing in here. I'm hoping that by doing it this way with that resin on the bottom that I can reduce the chance of having bubbles. I just realized I didn't put gloves on. I apologize, everybody. Oops. Let me grab real quick. Don't want to be a bad example. I apologize, guys. I ran into a problem with my debubbler, and it just kind of threw me off here when I put it on, because I found with doing the thicker resin, using the Resiner's debubbler that I have, so when I do the thicker resin, I put it on the 9-minute mode so that it sits in there longer. It seems to be working at getting the bubbles out of it better. But I forgot to close the air intake valve off before I started the 9-minute cure, or debubble. So I had to run it through again. And my resin's ready to get used up here, so it's just trying to work quickly. So I'm going to get this in here, and I'm just going to level this off. I'm not going to add any color or anything to it, I don't think, here. That's just going to be the bottom anyways. Worst case scenario, I can always come in with a marker and, I don't know, throw some maybe silver or gold on the bottom of it. So I'm going to set that off to the side so that it can get cured here. I'm not going to throw this one in the curing machine because I'm going to retire from my room here, so I don't want to leave that running unsupervised. But I will be back when that is ready to demold. That should be probably about 12 hours. I use my T-Expert Pure Glossy still, so I will be back with you guys when that is ready to come out. See you then. Alright guys, I am back and my unicorn is fully cured, so we're going to go ahead and work on getting that out of the mold. Somehow. I think we got it. There we go. That is pretty. I like that. Got the sparklies in there. You can see the color all the way through. I do have a couple bubbles on the backside right here, but it'll be alright. Okay. So the last thing that I need to do with this is I'm going to color in the horn with some gold. Oh, there's a bubble on the horn too. Well, it's kind of annoying because I went extra on making sure that I squeezed that. It'll be alright though. And there we go. Alright, so that is my little unicorn here. Yeah, so that is all for this project. Don't forget to like, share, drop a comment if you want. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys for the next project. In the meantime, stay creative, everyone. Bye.